If you've been told that focusing on your twin flame makes them run, I'm here to tell you that's not just false, but it's completely backwards. So here's the scenario. You're on the twin flame journey. You're doing all this inner work. You're trying not to think about them because that's what you've been told you're supposed to do. You're trying not to obsess over them. You're trying to detach, and nothing is changing. They're just ghosting you, you're still hurting, and deep down you know something doesn't feel right. This can't be all there is. In this episode, I'm going to show you exactly why this teaching is essentially spiritual bypassing in disguise. It is causing you to repress your emotions, which is never a good thing. And I'm going to show you exactly what is causing the running in the twin flame dynamic. So a lot of twin flame teachers say if you think about your twin flame, focus on them energetically, mentally, or spiritually, or have too much emotion towards them, you'll push them away. That they'll run because you're too attached. So the solution offered is to detach. Stop caring, let go of the twin flame, move on, shut off all your emotions, but whatever you do, do not think about them. It's almost like thinking about them is twin flame kryptonite. It's like the worst possible thing you can do, putting any energy towards them at all. And you're supposed to just shut off all your emotions and focus on yourself, as if you were never on the journey in the first place. You're just supposed to focus on your spiritual ascension path and almost ignore them as if they never came into your life. But here's where this falls apart. There is no separation. And what that means is you and your twin flame are one consciousness. You are the same soul. So how can you focus on them emotionally, mentally, metaphysically, and make them run? It's like saying your right arm will run away if your left arm moves towards it. It's not that focus is the problem, it's misalignment when focusing on them. So it's not that you're thinking. I say this all the time. It's what are you thinking? It's not that you're focusing on them. It's that you're focusing on them from an energy of fear, obsession, anxiety, or control, or abandonment, or attachment. The list can go on and on and on. That's what creates resistance, not the focus itself. Another point is you cannot manipulate your way into union by pretending and by lying to yourself and suppressing your desire. Avoiding focus as a technique to make them stop running is control. And guess what? Control and resistance repels union every single time, because resistance to the journey and not fully accepting what this journey is what repels union, and it actually creates separation. Remember, separation is not a physical state or a relationship status. It is a state of consciousness. So let's talk about the difference. There is a massive difference between conscious awareness and energetic obsession. One of them is grounded in love and soul alignment. So conscious awareness is always there. It is the background of you as a being. It is one of unconditional love, peace, bliss. And you know what bliss actually means in Sanskrit is deep contentment. Now, if you're still in a lower vibrational state of consciousness and you're focusing outward on your twin in an energy of fear, that is rooted in your ego, your lower mind, your small self, your separate self It's the part of you that says you cannot have your desire for whatever reason. That is the repelling energy, not the fact that there is focus, conscious awareness, or thoughts at all. It's the content of the thought that is the issue here. And let me give you an example. You can be fully aware of your twin flame. You can feel fully everything that this journey brings. Fully feeling the journey in your heart, in your energy body, experiencing all of it. At the same time, while feeling and experiencing all of it, you can be completely surrendered and aligned with your soul energy. This is not pushing them away. That's actually magnetizing them back to you because you are fully aware of what this journey is, and you are fully allowing and accepting everything to come. You're allowing the process, and that is in and of itself magnetizing to your twin flame because they are you. So your golden rule is, it's not what you're focusing on, it's the vibration you're focusing on that thing from. And this works with anything. Those same teachers say you cannot manifest your twin flame. But that is absolutely untrue. You are always manifesting everything in your 3D reality, whether you know you are or not. So just look at what is happening in your twin flame dynamic right now. Where is your twin flame? What is your twin flame doing, saying, thinking, or feeling? Just understand, because you are one soul, one energy body, and one consciousness, that you have a hand in manifesting all of that because they are you. So I want to call out the spiritual bypassing that these beliefs create. Telling someone to shut down their emotions and mentally disconnecting from their twin flame just to, I don't know what the purpose of that would be, to avoid pain or to make them come back or to pretend that you're not on the journey or to focus anywhere else, is just spiritual bypassing. And spiritual bypassing will never help you heal the root of the problem, which your twin flame is trying to show you. All it does is shove it underground where it festers. And I have a personal story on that. I spent about 3 years in physical separation from my twin, as you guys have probably heard my story in bits and pieces, while I was trying to not think about my twin flame and trying to ignore the journey almost. And this is because this is all that I knew. All the teachers were telling me to do it, right? But I noticed that my twin was acting weird while I was trying to do that. Like he was actually trying to get my attention by communicating with me in very strange ways that I did not understand. I think now, looking back, now that I'm in physical union with my twin, it is that he's just energetically me anyway. If my journey was full of resistance at the time, I was afraid to think about him, afraid to admit to myself and accept and allow the journey as it was. There was no way for me to do the inner work, because if you're trying not to think about them, thinking that if you think about them, you're pushing them away, how are you ever supposed to dig deeper and do the inner work to release that energy? You simply cannot. It would be impossible at that point to do any inner work to release the energy that's trying to come out. And I will tell you, in my mastermind and in my private sessions, that is what I have been trained to do. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and quantum healing hypnotherapist, better known as QHHT. I help people release the stuck energy, because your subconscious holds all of your energy from the moment you're born, all your traumas, all your learned experiences, all the things that you pick up as a little human being, and the things that you bring with you, all your beliefs, your belief systems, your thought forms, your energetic frequencies, they stay with you. And the thing about the twin flame journey is that if you don't release them, they basically loop around as if, think of a record. The record has grooves, and you put it on the record player, and the little needle goes around the grooves and plays the same song over and over again. Like a single, it just plays the one song over and over again. And that's how your energy body works. That's how your thought forms and your emotions work. You will keep playing the same song until you switch the record or change the song. It works exactly the same way with your energy, with your belief systems, and with your twin flame, because if you're on the true twin flame journey, you have been awakened to who you are as a soul, but your twin flame is the physical representation of you in the 3D. They are just you, but the physical representation. They're trying to help you see what you need to release. And you, as the divine feminine energy, if you're listening to this, they are the one that is helping you, pushing you along, showing you what you need to release. But you're the one who has to do the transmutation. And that's what I help my clients do. So if you're having trouble on the journey, if you're having trouble releasing energy, if you keep getting caught in the same loops over and over again, you are going to have to shift out of that energy. And really only you can do it. So your twin does not do that for you. You have to do that yourself. I have seen this happen in my life. I finally got out of that 3-year separation, and I'm finally in total inner union. My twin is in my life. Things are absolutely fantastic for me right now, and they are for my clients, and they can be for you as well. So what I want to do is reframe the right way to approach your focus and your thoughts on the journey. I want you to learn how to shift. So instead of trying not to do something, so other teachers are telling you not to think, not to push your energy out, not to do this, not to do that, but what are you supposed to do? All you know from these other teachings is what not to do, but what are you supposed to do? So instead of trying not to think of your twin flame, practice being in a state where your thoughts, emotions, and energy towards them and your assumptions about what they think about you are aligned with your highest truth. As I tell the students in the mastermind all the time, who are you? Who are you? You get to have the final say on who you think you are. And you also get to have the final say on who you think your twin flame is. And this is a part that is a little tricky for some people, because especially if you got caught in like an early toxic loop with your twin, you can keep that toxic twin alive forever and ever. And then you will have resistance towards them. You will push them away. You will be the one pushing them away energetically, because you're not open to them and you think that they are someone that they are not when they're actually you. So what I want you to do is learn to reframe alignment. All right, what does alignment mean? What does a soul alignment mean on this journey? You're not detaching from them, okay? Because they're you, so you cannot really detach from yourself. You're detaching from the illusion. And what is the illusion? The illusion is that they are separate from you. The illusion is that there's this outside world where they are behaving this way or that way, and they are doing this or that to me, and there's a story there, you see. In the past, they did this to me. In the past, they did that to me. You're basically replaying that story like the little broken record on the record player. It can only play that one song. And your twin flame is you, so they're just going to come back exactly the way you think that they will. So you must detach from the story. You must detach from the need. And what I mean by need is you have this desire, but you simultaneously have the same looping thought that you cannot have the desire. There's something keeping you from your desire. There is a God up there that doesn't want you to have your desire. There's a belief that you've been told that tells you cannot have your desire. That's the illusion. And that's the resistance, because you're wanting something, but you're simultaneously telling yourself that you cannot have it. The irony of the twin flame journey, it's a paradox, is that you are it. You already are it. So when you align with your soul has a very powerful frequency. Your soul already is a yes. The universe always says yes. The universe doesn't say no to anything. It says yes to whatever it is that you're saying is true. So I say this all the time. If you're saying, I can't be with my twin flame, twin flames are not supposed to be together, the universe says yes. If you're saying my twin flame is a narcissist, my twin flame is with a third party, and you keep focusing on the thing that you don't want, the universe always says yes. Now, when you begin to align with your soul, in doing so, you're aligning with your twin, because your twin is your soul. They are aligning with you because they are your soul. Does this make sense? So you have to drop the separation stories, because they are your soul. You are your soul. There is no separation. So the thinking is not the problem. It's what you're thinking that is the problem. You don't need to shut your heart down to protect yourself. You need to open it fully, but open it without the old story playing in there telling you you cannot have it. You've got to release the story. That's the difference here. So you're not being punished for being on the twin flame journey. You're not being punished because you're in separation. You're being invited to love yourself fully, accept yourself fully, and you are being invited to stop resisting the journey, because there isn't a way forward on this journey as long as you're in resistance and fear-based energy. You're still going to be on the journey no matter what you do. There's no way off the journey is what I mean. You have a choice here. This is a consciousness journey, and you always have free will choice. And every single moment you have free will choice. So which path will you choose? If you're in a place where it feels like your twin flame is running, ask yourself, am I really aligned with my soul? Am I really aligned with unconditional love? Or am I trying to do the journey instead of be on the journey? The one thing that your twin flame really loves is when you learn to be your authentic self. So stop being afraid to be yourself. Stop trying to hack this journey by doing the easy stuff, which is repression and pretending to not be on the journey and spiritual bypassing. Focus on love, unconditional love, which starts with yourself. Align with your truth. Learn who your true authentic self is. And that's what magnetizes union, because that is union. Every single time it works. So if you're on the twin flame journey, I can help you to stop chasing and start aligning, because what you're chasing, ironically, you already are. And I want you to fully understand the deeper energetic dynamics behind the runner-chaser cycle. And running and chasing is a choice, because you're really only running from yourself. So reach out for a chat, and don't forget, you're more than welcome to click the links in the description box below to see what I have to offer. You can work with me in my mastermind group coaching, which is so fantastic. People are really making big shifts there. Or you can work with me privately, one-on-one. All the links are in the description box. But most importantly, I ask that this be an equal energy exchange. And if you've stayed this long and this content was helpful to you, please do a few things for me. First, I want you to make sure you give it a like. Liking is free. So I gave you some free content, and you can like for free. So go ahead and do that. It helps other twin flames find this content, and it will help them on their journey as well. So think of it as a public service for you to like the video so other people can find it who may be in pain, maybe in confusion, because They absolutely, this Twin Flame Collective needs to move out of this pain body. And the only way to do it is really to confront and stop repressing the journey, just like really fully be the journey and be with the process. And that's what I'm here to help people to do. So I would love it if you could let me know that this information resonated with you. If you have run into this teaching of you can't think about your twin flame and that didn't work for you, I would love to hear your story below. Make sure you comment. And also, if you have any questions, leave your questions below. I read every single one and I reply to them if I possibly can. And I would love to see the question from you so that I can answer it if you need help, okay? But other than that, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.